One of the things that was very effective, and I will specifically point to Katie Wingfield, and I probably, I don't know if I should by name, but I'll leave that to your editing. She was with Wise Energy at the time, and Katie did something that was so wonderfully effective, and that was to basically make herself part of the community by making friends, very good friendships. I think that if Wise Energy ever did anything wise, it was hiring someone who was very personable, who was extraordinarily capable of coming in and being a very social person, and yet and yet she could be very professional at the same time. She was, she still is. She simply isn't working with Wise anymore. She's still very much with us, but she is. She's an amazing person because she truly. She didn't merely care for the cause. The cause was the people. The cause is the people. And while she has the business acumen to be able to go and, for example, meet and discuss with the people who are actually proposing the plant and find out what their side of it is, she also makes no. She doesn't in any way mask the fact that she is flatly opposed to it. And so in hiring people who can handle that kind of very difficult social situation and business situation and activist situation and professional situation, it's a minefield at every turn. And I think that probably the most difficult thing for any environmental organization, or any organization at all, but especially one whose job is activism, has to be hiring people who can walk that tightrope or traverse that minefield. It's a toughie, and I think that having someone who can talk to anybody and get her point across. Boy, oh boy, that was an amazingly good decision because she was professional. She could help us keep it together when we were particularly likely to take things personally. She could remind us from where she stood of what's next. This isn't personal. This is their job to get this, to be as ugly as possible if that's what it takes to make you cave in or, tear each other up or whatever it is, because their job is just to get this thing built. And your job is to take a deep breath, back up, start again, and live to fight another day, and don't get bent out of shape and don't attack each other, And so she really rounded us up many, many, many times. And that was worth a lot. That was worth so much.
Katie would show up to our little local meetings and just be really warm, very direct, and she behaved as though she was one of us. She didn't behave as though she was coming from outside the community. So she'd come in and she'd have cookies and big hugs, and every time you saw her, big hugs. So she was one of us, even though she didn't live anywhere near us. She was just one of us who knew all about the big bad guys coming in. I think that certainly made it palatable for a lot of people who could have said, who are these young whippersnappers coming in telling us what to do,